Hard to believe it is already mid-January. The team's goal before the Olympic break is to link together consistent efforts to secure their position atop the Atlantic Division. That search starts in a familiar place for Louis Eriksson, Dallas.
That was nothing.
If there was any question Louis was back to full health after his recent concussion, those doubts were put to rest in the first period.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I can't say 15 games yet, but I'll drop if you want.
You're fine. You can?
I don't have it in me.
Come on. Yeah, I'm fine.
For tonight's matchup, Louis is on a line with fellow Swede Carl Soderberg. And like any other line mates, when they're on the bench, they talk.
Vet om han... Jag tror han... Ja, precis. Jag vet inte om han stod upp på mig där så fall...
Brad Marchand's goal makes it 2-1 Bruins in the third and really heats things up in Dallas. Marchand's role as an agitator certainly draws attention. But Claude Julien always has his back, and Brad appreciates that. Patrice Bergeron's empty netter ices this one and makes Louis Eriksson's return a happy one. Well, for the Bruins anyways.
That's it. Got Biggie?
Consistency isn't achieved in just one game, however. And next, the Bruins will face a stiff test as they head to Chi-Town for a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup final. While the team is headed to the Windy City, the Bruins front office and scouting staff are headed 1,700 miles southwest of Chicago. It's the Bees' annual mid-season scouting meetings. And even though it's Vegas, it's no vacation.
Primarily, it's to get the scouts together and it's to go over our amateur viewings and our amateur scouting. We've got all our amateur scouts here. And it's your first blush of the list, a scouting list for the draft.
At this year's meeting, a familiar face is back in black and gold. Longtime Bruin P.J. Axelson was recruited back to the organization by Peter Chiarelli as a European scout.
I don't really know what to expect, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot of fun to see how it works.
During his 11 seasons playing in Boston, P.J. was a fan favorite, known for his tenacious, hard-working style on the ice. Amateur scouting, however, requires some different skills.
Usually you're tired in your legs, your arms. Now it's more in your head. Especially with all the computer work you do. I'm not very good at computers. I'm still learning there, and I have a lot to learn. But it's coming along, and it's not easy.
Trying to project where
where they're going to be in
4 years.
Yeah.
From now,
and
it's not like when you go to games, it's not what you see right now.
Yeah, no.
Trying to project where they're going to be in 4 years.
4 years, yeah, that's the tough part. He was skating hard, hitting, making plays. I haven't seen that before this fall when he plays with his junior team because he's got a little bit of an attitude. No.
But you can see the draft and you have to look at these types of players.
Oh, it's been going pretty good. I mean, it's been some heated discussions, which is good. Everyone speaks their mind. It's been pretty cool, actually.
There may be some long days and a steep learning curve, but PJ's got good people to help him out. Plus, they're in Vegas. Pretty sure he's going to be okay. In Chicago, it's a practice day for the Bruins, with a twist. A dress and drive practice means the players change into their equipment at the United Center and then bus to the practice rink.
An outdoor game.
Doesn't matter where you dress or where you skate. Hockey is hockey, and the players are focused on their back-to-back games against Chicago and Los Angeles. In Vegas, the Bruins scouting meetings are in full swing. And while the group has assembled once again, they're not discussing the team's prospects. Because the Bruins are playing the Blackhawks on national TV. And if you think watching the Bees with your buddies is intense, guess what? This is a whole different level. It goes without saying that Bruins president Cam Neely and GM Peter Chiarelli would prefer to be at the game. However, an executive suite at Caesars Palace isn't a bad second option. And watching the game on TV does not appear to have lessened their emotions. Between periods, there's time for some socializing and a few phone calls. But when the game resumes, everyone is right back in their seats.
That looks like it went in. That kind of low blocker, right?
That's on our that goes in. This one spits out.
Naturally, this one's going to overtime, where the Bruins have a golden opportunity to win it.
Redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. All right. I'm fine. Here we go.
Wow. He's ripped.
Cross-check from behind.
In the end, it comes down to a shootout.
They're doing so much inertia.
The Bees pick up a point on the road, but the Blackhawks prevail.
That sucks. Played well.
The Bruins played a solid game against Chicago. Now the players must bring that effort again. 24 hours later and 1,000 miles east when they host L.A. in a Martin Luther King Day matinee. When the players take the ice in Boston, the front office staff and scouts are on a break from their meetings and reconvening in Cam's suite to watch the game. Two weeks ago, the Kings beat the Bruins in L.A. Tonight, rookie defenseman and Los Angeles native Kevin Miller is looking to help the Bruins even the season series against the 2012 Stanley Cup champs. The Bees take a penalty early in the first, but that just gives the red-hot Brad Marchand the chance to turn in a highlight reel goal.
Oh, wow. Had to beat the same guy 3 times.
Pretty much every other team we play use that. Nice shot, eh? Boy. Yeah, good. Me. No, I don't get those opportunities much, you know? Gotta take advantage of them. I have any idea because you were on that you're in the mail, strong on the line. Man, got a field goal, too.
Puck outside, brings across ice, Kopitar to Doughty to Carter, he scores!
Midway through the third, the Kings tie the game, and it's fair to say things are a little tense in both Boston and Vegas. But not for long.
Marchand to Bergeron, trying to get away from Martinez, and does Smith, and for Marchand, he scores!
Right away. That is huge.
When the management team watches games, they have more than just a rooting interest. They're evaluating everything and everyone they see, which means Kevin Miller's strong effort is not going unnoticed.
Oh! Wow. Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, that was a big win. That was a nice couple games right there.
Yeah.
Happiness in Boston and Las Vegas, and some foreshadowing of good things to come for Kevin Miller.
Get that Miller deal signed, sweet.
You had a good game? Which one?
Miller.
Oh. It's agreed though, right?
After the back-to-back matinees and 2 days off, the Bruins have returned to practice and are preparing for their upcoming games against the Flyers and the Islanders.
What you got there? Baby gift?
It may look like a routine practice day in Wilmington, but today is special for rookie D-man Kevin Miller.
Congrats, Melanie. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Yesterday, the team and Miller agreed to a deal that will keep him in Boston for the next 2 seasons. His first one-way NHL contract.
Hey, Melcy.
Hey.
Congrats, bud.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Well
it.
deserved.
Thanks, man.
Congrats, bud.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, Jordan.
Along with his teammates' heartfelt congratulations, though, comes a large dose of good-natured ribbing.
The penthouse, huh? Oh, thanks, Duke.
First day back at work after being rich.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, basically. I think. Why?
$1.6 million man.
Oh, I knew this was coming today.
Kevin Miller's contract isn't the only news at today's practice. 6 weeks after fracturing his right fibula, Chris Kelly has been cleared for contact and is back on the ice with his team for the first time.
Let's go.
Get it on your back, Carl.
So, buddy.
Injuries are an everyday part of life in the NHL, so while the guys are happy to see Chris return, it's right back to business.
Oh, Cruz! That's probably interference, right? Good job.
During his lengthy rehab, Chris spent a lot of time with Dougie Hamilton, who was also out. So they both know just how frustrating and boring being injured can be.
Might bring a book out and start reading or something. Bring a book out and read.
Present the puck like they do.
Normally, veterans like Chris Kelly are afforded the luxury of being first off the ice after the coach blows the whistle to end practice. But today, Kell sticks around for some extra work.
One more, son?
It's up to you.
Yeah, is that right?
You want more?
Yeah. Oh, a little bit more.
You can go easy going back, okay, and on the whistle, bust ahead.
Okay, so.
And then
Take this.
and then you're gonna have a puck, okay?
Well, first one I stopped on the good leg.
Okay.
Second one I stopped on the bad leg.
It's a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll do it again. Are you okay to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it again.
After suffering a rash of injuries in December, it looks like the Bruins are finally getting healthy.
Thanks, Jarv.
Now it's off to Philly for a weekend matinee with the Flyers and an opportunity to continue the team's consistent play.
Thanks, bud.
Game day in the city of brotherly love, but no love here between these old rivals. Tuukka Rask will be tending goal for the Bruins today. No surprise there. But every team has 2 goalies, which means you'll always find one of them on the bench. Today, Chad Johnson will be the backup. While not on the ice, he constantly needs to be ready to play in case of injury or coach's decision. Some other things you need if you're a backup goalie. Team logo ball cap, comfy stool, and a sense of humor.
My job is not that exciting right now, but I love it. Best seat in the house.
Yes, the backup goalie has a pretty good seat, but that can have its drawbacks as well.
Oh, God.
As this game progresses, the Bruins go up by 4 goals, and it doesn't look like Chad will be getting any action. Not that he wouldn't like to.
Want to go in? Do I want to go in? My ass is so sore right now. Yeah.
Goalies don't fight very often, so when Johnny Boychuk mixes it up with Scott Hartnell, Chad is a little curious.
I thought you might have been buddies with him. He's from the leg. I'm friends. I'm just saying. You don't know? He's your age, isn't he? You may never get another breakaway in your life. Oh, well. He'll fight 5 years, I believe.
Late in the game, the Flyers managed to sneak one past Tuukka.
Because it went right underneath your knee, or like where your knee was? Like middle of my yeah, right there. That's why the new ones will be better, because like you look at my pad, some scratches just low, right? Yeah. It hits there and just sticks. Yeah. Or like
A convincing 6-1 win for the Bees and a solid outing for Tuukka Rask.
Good, Carl. Good job, Tukes. Good job, good job. Yep.
No action for Chad Johnson today. In Long Island, however, their roles will be reversed. Tonight, it's Johnson's turn between the pipes at the Nassau Coliseum, and Tuukka Rask's turn to sit on the backup goalie stool. But at least the stool here has some history.
Billy Smith's stool.
Being the backup goalie is definitely not as exciting as playing. But on a positive note, it does allow Tuukka to explore his musical side.
I will be back.
Of course, we all know what his favorite tune is.
Tuukka.
Pretty soon the game heats up, so there's lots of things to celebrate and comment on.
Sick, Louis. Sick.
If you haven't figured it out yet, sick means good in Bruins vernacular.
Sick. I would have scored that too.
Gordon in the right wing circle, trying to feed in the front, and Smith scores! And the Bruins with a 3-2 lead.
I am sick, aren't I? God.
The Bruins pull away early in the third and don't look back, which means the backup goalie can relax a little and reward one lucky young Bees fan. Tuukka Rask in Philly, Chad Johnson in Long Island, plus some great efforts on both ends of the ice, means the Bruins win both games on their short road trip.
So Chad, way to hang in there, buddy. Good job.
The Bees have shown that when they play as a team, they are tough to beat. Safe to say the Bruins achieved their goal of finding consistency in their game during this stretch in the middle part of January. It was a tough test, but the Bruins passed with flying colors, earning 9 of a possible 10 points. This run has them sitting pretty in first place in the Atlantic. There is still a lot of hockey left to be played, and the team's quest for consistency continues on.